What are the red flags that we need to look out for when we're working with somebody? Well, I can share with you what the 3 red flags are for me when I'm building relationships, when I'm speaking to people in business and in personal life as well. Well, the first one is people that have a very low energy. And what that means is that their energy levels are constantly kind of slumped like this, and they're never really motivated or excited or energized to want to do anything. So somebody like that we can sense in a room, for example, when we're in a room and the energy levels fairly kind of baseline, if you like, and somebody comes in that's a bit of a mood hoover, all the energy just gets sucked out of the room, and like everyone feels deflated. They don't feel excited or energized being around that kind of person. Now, often that kind of person is very negative in their approach, in their thinking and what they want to do, and the glass is always half empty for them as opposed to half full and where the opportunities are. The second person that I tend to try and avoid in my business and personal life is a very needy person. Let me explain what I mean by that. So a very needy person might be somebody, let's say somebody that reaches out and say, hey, can you help me with this thing? And, you know, I'm all for trying to help people and move forward. And I've had a lot of help in my life in terms of even getting me to where we are right now and where we're trying to get to. So if somebody, for example, let's say it's a property deal that they're looking at, they're saying, oh, I've got this property, what do you think? What they haven't provided any information. They expect me to take time out to look at the deal, to analyze it, to try and work out what might be possible with it and where the opportunity is with it, versus somebody, for example, who's not so needy, who might approach and say, hey, I've got this property that I'm looking at the moment. This is what it is. This is what I think I can do with it. I'm a little bit unsure about this. What are your thoughts on that? That's completely different because they've taken the time to help themselves first before reaching out and asking for help. So they're saying, hey, here's what I've already done. Can you help me with the other a little bit? Now, sometimes I'll send people some information. I'll say, hey, have a look at this or try this or have you done that? And then I'll see how they respond. Now, if they go and do that thing and they come back to me, generally I'm more open and willing to help them. The third type of person I try and avoid is somebody who doesn't actually do what they say they're going to do. So let's say, for example, we're looking at a property deal and they've done some figures and they said, right, I'm going to go away. I'm going to speak to the architect. I'm going to speak to the finance broker. I'm going to get this information. I'm going to come back to you by Tuesday and we'll review it and see if it's viable, whether it's worth exploring further, put an offer in. And then that time goes by, there's no response, you're chasing them, and then you don't know if it's something they want to do, that something else has come up or they don't want to do. And so that for me is very frustrating when you're not being valued in that way. To summarize, the 3 types of people I try and avoid in my life, first of the walls are very low energy, they're mood hoovers, they suck the energy out of you and the room, or energy vampires. The second type of person I try and avoid are those that are very needy. Those are constantly a drain on your time and energy and resources and not actually give back. And the third type of person I try and avoid are those that don't actually do what they say they're going to do. Hey, if you're enjoying these Saj daily videos, then what I'd like you to do is click on my face over here to subscribe to the channel, and also click on the bell in order to get the notifications when these videos are being released. Then what to do next is click on this video here, and I'll see you over here on this video next.